before we
I
go
don't know why, but you are watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
The Madness Comic Network.
What the hell? Where's all my shit at, Lori?
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1, beginning crowdfunding Memorial Day 2025.
Yeah, all that stuff. All right. What's up, everybody? I'm sorry for you people on Facebook that are used to seeing this show and the madness and all that, because I can't post anything or share anything or comment or anything on Facebook for one more day. So do me a favor, if you're watching this on YouTube, wherever right now, please share it over to Facebook. Share it in the Facebook Madness group so that people know that we are live right now. I'd appreciate that. Good morning to our friends at Rumble. We love you. What's up? We know that the lurkers are going to pop in there because they always do. I have to apologize to our friends at D-Live because yesterday we had Les up in here drawing, and he was drawing boobies. There was some boobies on that picture. They weren't like being manipulated in any way or anything, but they were there, and D-Live flipped a little bitch fit over it and sent me a message that please refrain from streaming sensitive content, including sexually explicit material, which, okay, they were boobs, right? You know, I mean, they weren't.
But they'll gladly display a pride parade with people with their.
I'm going to say they weren't doing anything. They weren't, you know, nobody was doing anything to them. They were just there, okay? We won't do that anymore, D-Lag. I promise. You won't get no more killer art from somebody who might happen to include a boob in the picture. I'm sorry. Holy shit.
I'm going to do this stream with my shirt off.
It's like it's dumb, man. Come on, guys. What's happening to our friends over at Pilled? Good morning on Pilled. I hope you guys are having a good day. We are going to talk about, well, Chris is going to talk about.
Somebody is.
I'm going to sit here and listen and question. We're going to talk about a game that, Marvel put out, right? Marvel United We Stand. Insights, Chris. What's this one about? Like, whatever,
I like that cup. Well, before we get into that,
Okay.
Book 2 is launching, and I just got some of the stretch goal stuff in the mail. I got some magnets of the
like the magnet
of the officer's badge. Yep, so you'll be able to stick that one on.
I have that pin on my hat. I like the magnet. That looks good.
Now they're saying, like, why do you have stretch goal stuff already? Because I know this book is going to fund. I know we're going to get there. It's just getting ahead of the game, right?
No. See, the whole thing is you do go to cons and
oh my god, yeah.
Anyway, so it's not like you don't have an outlet.
Yep.
Stretch goals or not, those books are still going to be on the shelf, and all the stuff that you can get to go with them are still going to be on the shelf or on your table. So
Yeah, I ordered a bunch extra of the promo cards.
I want those two.
I got to send them to you.
Actually, I need two. I need one to open and one to leave alone.
All right, I'll send it.
I have some old wax packs of stuff you wouldn't believe, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, hold on. I actually think I have a couple right here.
I remember those with the
dumb stuff.
Plastic bubble gum.
No, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, I had that.
Okay. Yep. Let's see what else we got. Dude, some wacky packs. You gotta have wacky packs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have wacky packs. You have to. And Desert Storm cards.
Wow.
Desert Storm cards.
I remember seeing them, but I never got any of those.
Yeah, man, I get weird shit. Look, I see something and I'm like, I didn't even know they did that. Give me one of those. I am the weird shit collector. There's no doubt.
I have a weird thing, and I admit it's all on me, where I like to go back and I collect the old CCGs, the old collectible card games that are dead. I don't know why. I just like getting them. I even if I don't play them, I just like having them.
Well, I mean, you're the gamer, dude. That's your collection, right?
Yeah.
See, people, you have to understand collections. You have to appreciate the people who are dedicated to their collections. Of course, mine obviously, comic books is not that's not the one I really like. I don't get super excited when I add something to my comic collection.
Mm-hmm.
I get super excited when I get programs from cons, like in places I'll never go to. I get excited about ash cans, especially if they're ones I have. I mean, those collections mean a little bit more to me than just the plain old comic books anymore. I like my program collection. Yeah, I got so many signatures in those books, dude. And cool people that send them to me. I mean, that's the awesome part.
So, well, convention season is starting up again around here for what I do. And remind me to tell you after what happened at a convention last year that didn't go as well as they would have liked.
Didn't you tell me last year when it happened?
Probably.
Okay, so you'll be reminding me of something. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because there's an update to it, and I don't want to give you the update on here because it makes them look bad, because they did look bad because they were dicks.
And they when people look bad, it's like there's two ways to go about it. You can get mad at the people that pointed out, which is usually what happened. Or you can go, damn, I didn't know I was looking so shitty, and you can clean up your yard. There's two ways to go about it. You can take it at the positive or you can take it at the negative.
Yeah. But I'll tell you then.
It just sounds funny. I think I'm going to be laughing.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, today we're taking a look at Marvel United. It's a 1 to 4 player game that is geared more towards a younger audience.
Uh-huh.
But it's been out I think since 2019 or 2020, around there. Don't quote me on the time, but it's made by Simon Games. They changed their name to Come On, but it's CMON because it sounds like semen. And they're like, oh, they can't call. I'm like, shut up. And it uses. Do you have that? Oh, I hit the share. If you're able to hit that up for me. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Sorry, I'm getting messages.
Oh no, I understand. I'll just, this is my job. I'll just do what
They're
I do.
good. Just do it.
Now, it comes in a bunch of different core sets because it's had 3 what they call seasons, which is their major releases. Okay, you need at least 1 core set to play. I have all 3 of the cores because honestly, this game is like $25, but it comes with, decent. Whoops, get back there, you person. It comes with a bunch of heroes, the ones in blue: Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, etc. And then it comes with a couple of villains. And you use them. You set up 6 different locations. I wonder where they got that Slaughterville from. And you're trying to fight off their different unique villain each time. Wonder where they got that from. And each hero has their own deck that you get to play with. What's really neat about it is how the game plays, which we'll get into in a second. But this does have 3 different core sets. The main one, I'm going to caution people about where they buy it from. And I don't mean that any sellers are bad. I'm not saying that. But if you get this from, I think, Walmart or Target, you get an exclusive figure. I think Walmart's exclusive figure is Venom. And God, what was Target? I can't remember what Target's was, but I know they have exclusive figures that come with it. So just, if you don't want to just buy it off of Amazon and you have a Walmart or something near you, go ahead and grab it. They have the multiverse box. I got that just because it has God Emperor Doom. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, I wouldn't have got it. But the X-Men box I had to get.
Cool.
So it's got the main X-Men in there. And there are expansions, which we will take a look at. But the basic gameplay of this is you are going to choose one of those different villains. In this case, in the base game, it's Red Skull, Ultron, and Taskmaster. And each of the different villains is going to have... Let me get over to it. Oh yeah, here's more of the figures. More of the locations that come with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. They look good. The figures look pretty good for being the little chibi style.
That's what I was just going to say. It looks like a little manga chibi thing.
Yep. And when you paint them up, they look really nice. I don't have mine painted. I know I'm slacking, but where in the heck? Oh yeah, that was the title card. But the different villains will have a health based on the number of players. Like I said, it's 1 to 4, and they're going to have possibly special rules. This BAM ability, which we'll talk about later, and the plot. The plot says how's the villain going to win. So every villain is going to have something similar to this. Now, Red Skull has a fear track where he's trying to build up the fear of Hydra. Did you ever hear of Bob, Agent of Hydra, from Deadpool?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't blame you if you didn't. But Bob is an agent of Hydra that just somehow seems to be always working with Deadpool, in the comics anyway. Well, they made him as one of a promo villain, kind of a thing. And his thing is he has a retirement track where he can retire from Hydra. So if his retirement ever gets built up enough, he gains enough money to retire, well, then he wins. So these things are not usually life and death. It's meant for a younger audience. And on this here, you have to beat up thugs just like you do, rescue civilians, or clear threats. And we'll look at what the threats are. You must do at least 2 of these before you're even able to start damaging the villain. So even if Sabretooth only has like 5 or 6 health, through most of the game until at least 2 of these are filled up and cleared off, you won't be able to hurt him. So I mean, it's not a complex game. which is why I said it's perfect for kids. But it's fun, you know. When we get into expansions, remind me about the team decks. Yeah, there's Red Skull. That's why I put him here. See, the Red Skull doesn't have special rules. He just has his BAM ability, which, and then his overflow, and then here's his villainous plot track. But it all still uses these. You can arrange them in any order because it doesn't matter. But the goal is you set out 6 locations, pick your villain. Your villain starts the opposite side of your heroes, or the heroes start the opposite of the villain, whichever way you want to say it. But each villain comes with their own AI deck, as well as a set of plot cards. And the plot cards get placed on the locations. And it's your job as the heroes to go around and defeat them. And I'll tell you how to do that in a bit. But they'll have game-changing effects, things that will make, obviously make it harder, because that's the villain's threat that's out there. Oh, look, there is Bob. Honest, didn't even know he was going to be there. But that's him as just a threat card for Red Skull. Just like Madam Hydra. And your job as the heroes is to play cards from your hand that will give you certain symbols. And the symbols are going to be how you interact with the things in the world. For instance, this symbol on the cards, this is a wild, this is punches. Geez, way to have variety there, guys. This symbol lets you either complete these tasks or rescue a civilian. The punches let you hit the main bad guy or the thugs or these henchmen. There's also a green arrow, green curved arrow, which is for moving, because you can't move unless you play a card that says you can move. Now, what I like about it, and the way the strategy goes, is... Okay, here was some more figures and more locations. Closer look at them. More of the cards. But what I like about this is how it's actually played out. See, here's some of Captain America's cards. Here's that green arrow I was talking about, then that. And some of them will have different abilities on them. Not all of them. Usually it's just symbols, which makes it real easy for the younger people to get into, is having the symbols on it instead of... Did I miss something?
Right.
I thought maybe something happened. Sorry.
Oh, I'm here. People trying to schedule stuff that couldn't get a hold of me because they didn't go to X, and now Facebook is... Now my X is blowing up because everybody just realized.
Yeah.
So trying to schedule Killer Karen and RJ has an extra show going off on Sunday. Blah, blah, blah. My fucking messages are blowing up. I'm live, people. Leave me alone.
The good fun stuff. But the game starts off, the villain always goes first. And at first, it's the villain turn. 3 hero cards are played, and then the villain goes again. And that's the basic turn structure. But what I like about it is, when you play a card, now the very first player is kind of screwed on it. I get it. But when you play a card, you get not only the effects of your card, but the person that played before you. And since there's no actual turn order, you can go and say, let's say you wanted to do a lot of punching. You could have made Captain America go next to the Hulk and just punch. All of it. And it's that kind of, again, it's not a deep strategy by any means, but it's enough to help kids, get into thinking outside the box, to think a little differently and plan ahead. So it's good for them, I think, anyway, but I'm retarded.
It's funny because there's something about one of the guys in Witcher 3, the game, one of the kings or emperors is playing chess, and he's explaining why he's playing chess. It's like, and Geralt, of course, is schooling him on why he's wrong. It's like, the king looks at all the pawns, and Geralt's like, yeah, but you're missing the people that do the actual work for you. It's like us, bishops and knights and rooks behind the scenes to handle all the real dirty work, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just everything that's strategic. It can teach kids.
And this is cooperative.
2-3 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You want to think toward the consequence of the action. And if kids don't have strategic games like this, that connection doesn't click in their mind. It's like you need games like this when they're young so they understand consequence.
Yeah, I was playing Taskmaster the other day, and as a refresher on how to play everything, and you do have to plan that much ahead because he's placing these tokens out all over, and you can't touch him until those tokens are cleared up. So if you don't have your guys spread appropriately, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Yeah, the art does look pretty cool. If you like the chibi stuff, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I know this picture's a little bit blurry. We'll get to some better.
I was looking at the cover. The cover just gives me a total Marvel manga show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not.
I mean, look at Black Widow's face. Okay, it's manga, but it's chibi, which is fun.
Right. There's nothing inappropriate. There's nothing like Marvel Max, which don't get me wrong, I love Marvel Max Punisher and all that kind of stuff.
Ultimate Black Widow, Marvel Max Black Widow was.
Yeah. Yeah, there's none of that. It is completely like even God Emperor Doom, who we know has done some fun stuff. No. Sabretooth is not going to be ripping people apart in this game. Okay, even though he actually would be. It's just there as what's going on, but it's to play as your favorite heroes. Now later, wait till you hear this one. We have heroes, which are in blue. We have villains, which are in red. Unless you paint them, then you painted them, which is good. I recommend painting them. I love painting. But they also have ones that are in purple called anti-heroes. Like, now, okay, listen, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you flat out. Wolverine's kid, what's his name?
I didn't even know he had a kid.
Dakin. Yeah. Yeah, Wolverine had a kid named Daken.
That's that dark Wolverine shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't count. I don't
know. No. All I'm saying is I'm using him as an example. Okay?
Yeah.
Because he is what's called an anti-hero in this game, where he not only has a hero deck, but he also has a villain dashboard and threat cards. So I kind of think that's cool. You get, double the use out of the figure. But Red Skull, Ultron, and Taskmaster for here are your main villains. And Multiverse has God Emperor, Doom, Immortus. Loki is a good guy in this one. Captain Carter, Shuri as Black Panther. It was Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Do you think Frank Herbert rolls over on his grave every time somebody says God Emperor Doom?
Yeah. And then, of course, this one, Mystique, Juggernaut, Sabretooth, and Magneto versus this team of the X-Men. There's I don't see... Is it me? Do you see Professor X on the box?
I do not.
No, because he's in there. He might be wheeling behind everybody. But again, what's neat is that you can plan these strategies, plan your turns, and all you're doing is looking at symbols. It takes, once you understand how it goes, it takes a half a second to play. You're not ever sitting there for 45 minutes waiting for people to think. Yes, some things might have special abilities, but honestly, they are something as simple as this. Give a token to somebody so that they get an extra ability on their turn. And as long as you remember, you get your card plus the card before you, even if, and this is very important, I messed this up once or twice when I first started learning. So usually you play 3 hero cards and then a villain card, and then three more hero cards, another villain, etc., until as you go. This Hulk right here would still get the benefit of this Captain America. You just ignore the villain card in the middle. So you still get the bonus from the bottom. You don't ever get their ability, but you do get the bonus icons from the bottom. So like this Captain America here would not get this whatever her ability is, Photon Blast. but he would get her extra punch. So he'd have these 2 stars and a punch to use. So now, how do I want to say this without being? I don't want to come off as is it Dakin or Dakin? I heard it pronounced both ways, and
I think it's in the under the Dark Wolverine title.
Yeah,
but I think it's Dakin.
What really pissed me off is he's the one that sliced and diced the Punisher, and they made Frankencastle because of him. I hated him ever since.
Well, do you see what I'm saying? It's like they just went too far into the what if universe and called it canon. Get the fuck out of here with some of the dumb shit you're doing. And that's when Marvel lost me, man. They just started doing too much dumb shit. You know.
So after the heroes go, after the heroes take their turns, you then play a villain card, and a villain card is going to have a number in a circle with the arrow. And this says, where does the villain move to? So wherever the villain is currently at, in this case, you move him to clockwise. Very simple, right? If it says this BAM thing, that's when it uses that BAM ability on the villain card we were talking about a little bit ago. I said it would come back. That's really it. That's anytime that comes up. There's also a little red target here. That just means where's the villain currently at. So he's going to move 1 to the right. And then this says, at his current location, put out 3 thugs. At the locations to the next to him, put out 1. See? Really easy to read, right? Same thing, only instead you're putting out civilians. Not hard. There may be this symbol on the cards, on the bada boom threat cards. So then if you see that symbol on there and you're at this location, then you activate that. So that's it's not rocket science, really. And listen, this part really annoys the holy living tar out of me. They recommend that you put all the cards you play around in a circle. They call it the storyline. That gets so convoluted. It gets so much table space taken up. I don't do it ever. I just stack the card. Like, I'll lay out the 3 that we're currently playing and the next villain card. And then after that's resolved, boom, I stack it up. Just stack them on top of each other. Keep the order, and you're fine. Other than that, just please, you don't need to do this circle thing. It's gimmicky. I don't know, if you do it, whatever. It's between you and God. But I don't ever recommend doing that. I do it just like this. Just like this. I'll set the 6 locations around. I'll put the villain in the middle, and I'll have my cards sitting out front. End of story. That's all you need. Everything else is just window dressing. Now, there is one thing about this game that I am not a fan of, but it's not the game itself, believe it or not. It's not about the gameplay. It's not about the figures. It's about the campaigns. Now, you know what FOMO is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this game has that in spades.
Really?
I showed you the characters that come with the core box. Well, with the Kickstarter campaign, there's about 30 more heroes, 15 new villains, and so on. You can get them relatively cheap online, like $7-8 for some of them. But some of the other ones are up in the $15-20 range. Like if you want to get Carnage as a villain, he's Kickstarter exclusive. He's never coming out to anything else. And then people that have him want like $25-30 for it. So, but I could get the Punisher for $12. But it's just it's the figure and the cards that go with him. And stuff like that, I don't know. But I did get the core boxes, which always add new figures to it. Like here's the multiverse core box that we were talking about. Ironheart, Shuri, Carter, Spider-Man 2099, the Mighty Thor, and Loki. And here's Cosmic Ghost Rider. He's one of them anti-heroes we talked about. Emperor Doom, Maestro, which I like Maestro, and Immortus. I think I have about 14 or 15 villains after getting these expansion packs. I got Spider-Geddon. I got... Oh, what the heck else? I'll look at it then. But yeah, each one is going to come with different locations, more heroes. Now, some of them are going to have things like this, which I cannot recommend because it uses those exclusive figures, right? And these are called team decks. They're not necessary at all. But if you have the list of characters that are on the team, then you can use the cards and get special abilities.
Cool.
So,
All right.
yeah, if you want to go out and get everything, sure, go ahead. This is an expansion I don't have that I want because I love World War Hulk.
So you must have really liked the Ragnarok movie, huh?
No. No.
You got the bait and switch out of that too, huh?
Oh, that made me want to twitch and get an aneurysm.
I'm telling you.
Oh
It's
my
horrible,
God.
isn't it? It's
When I
horrible.
first heard it, when I first heard like the Scar or Sakaar thing, and I saw the arena, and I'm like, they're gonna do World War Hulk, and they're gonna do it. Taika Waititi? No, okay, it's Fubar.
Yeah, it was World War Hulk with a sideshow of Asgardian battle in it, and it wasn't even Ragnarok because no Midgard serpent, no big battle between Thor and the serpent, none of the stuff that is part of Ragnarok. Loki dies, Thor dies, everybody you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no, we didn't get none of that. We got World War Hulk with the battle in Asgard. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, Ragnarok was supposed to be a devastating event that's tragic, that's very deep and heavy.
The end of Asgard, completely, right? And the thing that makes me mad is that they have Hela coming out as the big bad, and look, the serpent's the one that destroyed everything. The battle with Thor just destroyed Asgard. That's where not because Hela was a badass. No.
Right.
No.
Anyway,
I'm
not even going to get into it. I've been wanting a proper World War Hulk ever since I read it, and to see what they did with it, and now they can't actually do World War Hulk. Coming back to Earth as the World Breaker, introducing Henry Cavill as the Sentry. I mean, no, now they can't.
Yeah, exactly. Every time they do a movie, they screw up the possibilities of finishing the actual stories on screen.
Now this one's Spider-Geddon, and I made a mistake. I have Enter the Spider-Verse, not Spider-Geddon. They're two different expansions, but they exist. This one has Morlun, Spider-Man Noir. I think that's what Ben Reilly.
Now, one thing I'm going to say, I see a 14 plus on the box.
Yes, that is bullshit stuff. Sorry.
I'm just going to say, if you're going to draw art designed to pull in people under 14, make your fucking game under 14, or make your art not chibi.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Honest to God, I don't know why it says 14 plus. There are 7, 8, 6-year-olds. If you can show them symbols and help them along, they're going to play this game just fine. There's nothing in here that's young adult plus kind of stuff, unless you count seeing Spider-Punk in a little chibi figure as, 14 plus. There's nothing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, if it's 14 plus, then you're using the wrong target art.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not that difficult, little kids can play it, then get rid of that 14 plus. There's one or the other. The art or the 14 plus has to go.
Yeah, like even here, I know what World War Hulk was. There a lot of death, tragedy. It was a tragic story that I thought was good. To the kids, I just want to play as the big Iron Man. I just want to play as, that's what they're going to get. There is nothing in here that's going to talk about you squishing people to death.
Right.
Okay,
right.
It's set out your 6 locations. I don't know why there's only 4 here, but anyway, set out 6 locations. You're going around them, trying to stop the different villains. That's all there is to it. There's nothing here that's going to be even defeating thugs. You're just knocking them out. Okay. It's very, very simple. What's nice is when you complete these plots, each location has a special ability that you get to use at the end of your turn, and a lot of them are well worth it. But yeah, like you were saying, the art, pretty good. You know, it's simple, but it's effective. It gets the point across. I like the dots to evoke the old comic book art. That's all good. Figures are really well done. I got to give them credit. They do really well on the figures. I don't know how, but they do.
Why does she have a shield?
Captain Carter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even then. Yeah.
Well, this is the multiverse box, so it's one of those like you said, the what if box.
Yeah, it's a bunch of what if stories.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Galactus?
No, he is in one of them. He's in the Rise, the Fantastic Four box, which I'll show you in a bit. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, they're good figures. I wish it's my thing. I get it. I wish they would have included cardboard locations in the box, and same thing with the cardboard villain dashboards, because they're thinner cardstock, and I can see them getting curled up or nicked.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, they did make the cardboard of both the locations and the villain dashboards, but it's that dang Kickstarter exclusive again.
See, if these guys were smart, Chris, they'd make the bottom of the box that they keep everything in fold out into the playmat.
That's like what Final Girl did.
Yeah, that would part of the box. You'd actually fold it out,
Yep.
And then the top of the box would have your rule card and your main character cards, whatever you need on a separate thing.
Yeah.
It would all be there, It's like it would all be part of the box. It all folds back together when you're done.
Yep.
That would be the smart way to go. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. Can you pop that up for me?
I probably can. Let me see. That thing.
I appreciate it. So yeah, here's the first Marvel United campaign, and again, you can still go out and you can still find this stuff. Will I recommend you get every figure? No. What I do is I go through and I pick which figures I want, and then I hunt them down. Like I wanted Iron Fist, I wanted Luke Cage, Moon Knight. The street level guys. So I went through and bought them. Did I care about playing as Black Cat? No, so I didn't get it. Same thing with... Oh, I had to have Blade. Sorry. This Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, I don't want it. Same thing with Howard the Duck that's looking a lot like frickin' Darkwing Duck. You tell me I'm wrong. I didn't want them, so I didn't go out and get them. But you can. You can hunt them down and find them on eBay. And I did get a bunch of villains because I like villains. But they have different boxes that come with it, like the Black Panther box you can buy, which will give you obviously Black Panther things. Ignore the exclusive stuff. Rise of the Sinister Six, so you get the Sinister Six characters. And each one is going to give you either just new villains and locations and heroes, or it'll give you different ways to play. Like there's the Infinity Gauntlet, which I'll show you in a bit. I wanted Beta Ray Bill so bad, but whatever. I'll find it eventually. This Infinity Gauntlet one actually came with a giant plastic Infinity Glove and the gems. And it was your job to stop Thanos from getting all of them together. Is the giant glove and the gems necessary? No. But I mean, it's kind of cool.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it.
Yeah. Same thing with Tales of Asgard. That's more characters. Rise of the Black Panther we talked about. Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't get Guardians just because I'm not big into the space part of Marvel. But I did get the Enter the Spider-Verse for the different Spider-Verse characters and villains. Green Goblin and all that. The playmat, I never got. I don't see the point in it. But yeah, this is what got me. It was the cardboard locations. I need to get those because I like the thicker things. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But each one, the next one that they had was the X-Men. And they do kind of well. $5 million on this campaign. But some of it, of course, is speculating people. And again, I didn't buy a lot of the stretch goal characters here either separately. Like, I don't care about Feral, Polaris, or Strong Guy. Even though X Factor was okay, I just didn't care. Long Shot I would get, because I always liked Long Shot with Mojo and all that. Warpath was always cool. Captain Britain, didn't care. Weapon
Sorry,
X.
UK people, but we really didn't care.
No, it's not my favorite hero. Like Multiple Man, I wouldn't get him either. You know? Dupe. I don't even know what the hell a dupe is, but I want to punch it.
Well, it's funny because I asked Dave the other day on Show Offs.
Yeah.
A cover from a Captain Britain comic came up, and I was like, man, did you guys flip out over there in the UK when they introduced Captain Britain? And he's like, yeah, we did. We had a hero of our own. It's like, so we may not care.
Right.
Those guys overseas, they love their Captain Britain.
And that's not the Betsy Braddock version, but the original Captain Britain.
Yeah.
Now I did like, and I've never seen and I don't think they have that character here. Oh my God, who was it? It was the UK's version of the Punisher. Wears a hat like I wear. What the heck was his name?
That is.
Somebody's going to know his name, and you got to tell me because it's going to kill me. Not literally, of course. But yeah, they added more anti-heroes, more villains. I'd get Shadow King in a minute. I did get the Brood Queen. I love Omega Red. Mojo, obviously. Onslaught is almost impossible to find. But that's the only issue with games like this, is the fear of missing out, or if you don't get it right now at the full, what the heck was the max pledge? $300? Well, then you're not going to get all of the exclusive stuff. But it is what it is, Obviously, 10,536 people decided that was what they wanted.
Holy shit.
Yeah, at $300 a pop, homie.
Holy shit.
Now, I would have liked the Apocalypse box out of this one. I did get, like I said, I got the base. I don't know if I get gold and blue teams. Maybe, because I like Sinister. And this one here has Archangel and Bishop in it, and I like them. Phoenix 5, nah, piss off. I don't need it. I got the Deadpool box because I like Deadpool. I don't care. Days of Future Past I'd get because that was a darn good story. And X-Force is always fun. And this is what I didn't get. They threw in the Fantastic Four here, which has nothing to do with X-Men. Whatever. And the last one they had, or I shouldn't say last, I should say the most recent, because I don't think they've done a Marvel Zombies one yet, which I fully expect them to do, was the Multiverse Pack, which we did talk a little bit about. But it had stretch goal ones that I honestly didn't care about. Songbird. I don't even know who Hepzibah is. I don't care about Cyborg, Spider-Man, Raza, Patriot. I thought this was Cyber at first, the Wolverine villain. Then I got all excited. Then I'm like, I don't even know who Cypher is, so I don't care. Oh, here's Betsy Braddock's Captain Britain. But again, they're Kickstarter exclusive, which is why people back it for so much, because they want all of these things, even if they're not going to use them all. Now, I would get US Agent. Here's Dakin, whatever. Dark Child is pretty cool. Red Hulk. So they had a lot of good anti-heroes there. Some decent enough villains.
Nathan
no.
Richards.
What's that?
Nathan Richards.
Yeah.
Look, Franklin is the man. Nathan's just another kid. Right?
But yeah, and it comes with equipment cards, which aren't necessary. And I'm not saying it as they're bad. I'm just saying you don't need them. If you're asking me straight up, what do I need to play? Get the core boxes. You're good. And if you decide you want to expand on it, get those. Like these superhero and supervillain decks, they came in one of the boxes I got. I don't use them. Never had a need to use them. Same thing with these team decks. I love the Midnight Suns. But I don't need the deck because it uses characters that are not readily available to everybody, and I just can't do it. Dark Avengers mode. I don't have it. Don't need it. Never missed it. This is the first I even saw it, and I don't care. But the Galactus one, that does look pretty cool. It's just a giant figure, but it just looks cool. What were the other ones in? Honest to God, I don't remember what the expansions were. All the World War Hulk, War of Kings. Do you remember the War of Kings at all? Oh, it was the Inhumans. The Inhumans. No wonder I never gave a damn. Age of Apocalypse, always good. Secret Invasion, as long as it's not like the show. Civil War was fun. Annihilation, that was Annihilus.
No Secret Wars?
No, that's the other thing. So they might do that as the next expansion too. Maximum Carnage. That one I want to get. I don't have it yet, obviously, but I want to get Maximum Carnage, Secret Invasion, Civil War, Age of Apocalypse, and World War Hulk out of this one.
I really wish they would incorporate that first crossover between the Avengers and the Defenders, the Evil Eye story with Loki and Dormammu. I really wish they would incorporate that into a game or make a movie out of that. Look, you want a movie, guys? You want a movie? That was come on. You had all these Defenders fighting Avengers in solo battles in a huge brouhaha at the end. And then they become buddies and they all go fight Dormammu and Loki.
Yeah.
Come on. That's a...
Now,
come on, man.
This villain, I honest to God did not know existed until we were just scrolling here.
You didn't
but
know
I now want it.
Food?
I didn't know he existed in the game.
Oh, okay.
I now need this.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite villains in all of Marvel.
Yeah. But yeah, it's got plenty here for you to do, even if you never search out the Kickstarter exclusives and you just get the core boxes, which I said, I think they're like 20 some bucks-ish. Let me look it up real quick. Please forgive me. It's not going to take me long. I just looked it up.
Right.
No, I should have been more prepared, and that's my fault.
You're as bad as Jim O'Reilly. Hush.
Yeah, here's the Spider-Geddon for $27. Here's the Multiverse Core Box for $31. World War Hulk is $29. Yeah, you can get these things pretty cheap. X-Men Gold and Blue is like $25, $26. Maximum Carnage is only $34. So I'm going to be grabbing these. It's just as we go along. Yeah, Deadpool was $30. Team decks are $12. I'm no desire to even grab that. But you can find the base game. Again, I'm going to recommend you check your Walmarts and things first, only because of the exclusive figure.
What's up, Rob? Rob Wilson. Hey, Rob. It looks we covered a lot of it. Like I said, the only thing man, you can't do a big stories in Marvel without Secret Wars, guys.
Right, and I'm hoping that's one of their other or one of their upcoming brain freeze expansions that they're going to do is things like that, the big stories, the big crossover events. I really think they're going to do it, but I can't quote it. Of course, I can't say yes they are because I don't know for sure.
Yeah, it's so anytime I see a collection of big Marvel stories, it's always like, if that's not there, it's like, hold up, somebody needs to go back, do this over and add Secret Wars, because the Beyonder was a big deal. That crossed over so many titles, even though it was just a little panel here and there, but that story crossed over so many freaking titles, man. You just can't leave it out.
Yeah. And if you don't like going to Amazon, and that's fine too, I don't blame you there. You can go to these places like Miniature Market, which not sponsored, but they have it too. And again, $27 for the base game, $23 for Guardians of the Galaxy, Multiverse Core Box. If you want a special box insert, you can get one of those too.
Was that like a special storage box? Is that what
you don't need it.
Isn't that cute? Like I said, you guys make the box, the game board, and it holds everything. And when you're playing, it lays out and you can play on it. You don't need separate shit. You don't have to print separate shit. Print one big game board that folds into the bottom of your box. or actually folds into the whole box.
Right?
You know, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like save yourself some printing costs, put all that on the box.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is, if you like games that are not overly complex, something you can, you know, you can just sit and have fun with.
Right.
I'm going to recommend this one. It's 1 to, I know it says 1 to 4, but I think one of the expansions put it 1 to 5 if you need to. And I'm going to say grab it. But like I said, grab it somewhere where you can get one of the exclusives, because it'll be the same price and you get something extra if you're out and about. Yeah, I know Walmart's is Venom. I know that for a fact. I just can't remember what the other stores are. Do I ever recommend you getting it at the $300 levels? I can't, because I don't like all the expansions.
No,
I don't like all
the
of
core. Yeah, you get the core, and you get the ones that look like you. They appeal to you, or they might be your thing. $300. Come on.
Yeah, and the bonus.
Hey, okay, but for the player,
yeah,
what you will play.
Exactly.
You know.
And the bonus is, if you back the game, and even if you just back the core box, you're going to get those stretch goals anyway with all the extra figures. I just never did. I don't know why.
Lori, I sent admin to you. Just letting you know.
Oh, yeah. But again, I recommend you grab it. It's a highly fun game, especially if you want to bring kids in and you want them to just pick their favorite character and have, save the city, right? Save it from Red Skull, Taskmaster, Ultron, Brood Queen, Annihilus, Emperor Doom, whatever. It's all good times. So if anybody has any questions on it, go for it. That's all I got. Again,
actually, if you do have questions, we'd appreciate it if you do drop them in the chat below. If you watch this on the replay, we will respond. Okay, if you ask questions in the chat after the show, like down below, whatever, we will respond. We won't leave you hanging. Because, I know not everybody catches these live, but definitely.
42. The meaning of life is 42.
Yeah, it's 42. 43, 45.
No, I never get that.
I don't know. What did I do? Kick myself out while I was talking? Didn't even notice?
No, I heard you the whole time. I was just...
Okay.
Yeah. But what is the average speed of a swallow? That's the question.
The bird?
Yeah. No decimal. Nope. It's 42.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Everybody.
But yeah, it's been a good time.
That is correct. African or Europe. See, you're getting them all crazy now. You got them all crazy now.
It's from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
What's up, Doran? All right. Well, you guys all showed up just in time for me to leave.
Yeah, it's about that time. I got to get back into class soon, and I got to do that whole teaching thing.
Yes, and Karen and I have, Lori and I have an appointment with Karen and Dante.
Yep.
And Dustin, if you're watching, bro, 10 minutes. I need you backstage. 10 minutes sometime today. And there you go. That's for you, Chris.
I farted in your channel, George. I will spit on you.
My farts
I'm being oppressed. Weapons. That's all I'm going to say.
My farts aren't weapons. They smell like roses, bro. Roses.
Then we got the holy hand grenade from that movie. We got all kinds of good stuff. I'm going to probably go watch it again now.
All right. I think we played all the sponsor ads in the beginning, so we're pretty much out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Down in the description below is the link to go check out the game. Do the thing, everybody. Go check stuff out. Tell your friends. Share stuff out. Do all that. Promote your fellow creators and everything they're doing. Follow their channels and, subscribe to their channels, like their shows, do all that shit. All of it. I'm out of here. What do you say, Chris? Any final wording?
Final wording.
Well, I didn't want to say last words.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
That's just a flesh wound. That's about all we got.
Peace.
All right, we'll see you guys in a while. Thanks for stopping.
Click on the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch